Hello everyone! Welcome back once again to Buhay Bahayan at Iba Pa. My name is Francis and my co-host Miss Mia Casino. Hello! Kumusta?
Hello! Happy December! What's on my
December na ba?
Yes.
Wow. December 4th na kaagad. Oh, hindi tayo magtatagalog kasi English is speaking pala yung guest natin.
We'll get nosebleeds.
We will be speaking half and half, but of course we will be translating all over the airwaves. And you can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on Amazon Fire TV. Listen to us on the PHLV Radio podcast or podcast Apple Podcast, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Huh? Oh, see, we're everywhere. We're everywhere.
We're doing a podcast.
We're just gonna have some fun. Okay, our topic today. Before I introduce you to our very special guest. BOBA craze, popular boba shops
very
out
popular.
there, and so we're gonna talk about that, the ins and outs of doing the boba business. Yan. So I think I recently also posted yung chorizo, de Cebu, and I was like, oh, I would like to interview that person who brought the chorizo from Cebu or made the chorizo here locally in Las Vegas. I'll see if I can get her on the studio here, or in the studio. Okay, without further ado, we have the owner of what was the name is Boba Supplies, Tea Craze? Tea Drops. He's the owner of Tea Drops. Do you have a partner with this one?
This one I do not.
Do not. So it's just solely owned and operated by Angel Aparicio of Tea Drops. Welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for inviting me.
All right. Okie doke. So I know Angel through Bradji, our common friend with Mia as well. So
Yes, hi Bradji.
hello, Bradji. How are you doing? We're live, Bradji. You should be watching. I don't know if you told her to watch, but we're
I
live.
did not.
She's
I did
probably
not.
she's probably working. So anyway, I'll give you the moment on stage, or the question to Mia first. I'll give it to you. What topic or what question do you have for?
I have two. First of
Angel.
all, is boba the same as tapioca?
Boba
it's a good
is
question.
made out of tapioca. Yes.
What's the difference? I mean, tapioca is that I heard it's like a pearl, or what? What is it?
Tapioca is a starch. It's shaped into a ball
Okay.
with brown sugar that is slowly cooked and turned into like a little gelatin type ball.
Okay.
And that's what they eat.
Sago in Philippines. We call it sago.
It's also different, I
Yes,
think.
those little ones, different
Sago.
color ones, for the desserts that they make. Yeah, same.
So you're familiar with that also? It's a sago.
Yes, I am.
That's like
I've never eaten
you've
it.
never had it.
It's the
Yeah.
same actually. It's
Yeah,
the same.
it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just much smaller. But
Yeah.
Okay.
There's different sizes.
Before you get into your second question, I'm gonna ask Angel. By the way, are you local Las Vegas? How long have you been living here, or where you come from a different state prior to you moving here? Give us a little bit of background.
So my background is I was born and raised in Bakersfield, California. I stayed there till I was about 17, joined the Navy. I spent 9.5 years in the Navy. 8 of that was in Hawaii. And then met a bunch of local guys over there. They all decided to move over here to the ninth island. And I had nothing better to do, so I joined them. And I've been here since January of 2005.
Oh wow! Okay. Okay.
Quite some time.
So you've had more than almost 2 decades there. Will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, this coming year. Okay, and then that's Vegas. So
That's Vegas,
You moved
yes.
here since 2005.
That's correct.
Oh wow. Okay, and never moved elsewhere since.
No, are you trying to get rid of me or what's going on here?
I think he is.
I like it here.
Like very subtly.
very
I know he's like, where do you want to go?
Okay.
Somewhere else besides Vegas?
Okay, your second question, Mia.
No, I'm just curious. You know how McDonald's had an issue with serving hot drinks and then they got there was a
Ah,
put-
okay.
they
Well,
had to
warning
put like a
labels and
warning
stuff?
label.
Yeah.
Don't we need that for boba? You can get choked, because they
Yeah,
sip on it.
I think we'll tackle that later on. We will get back to into that question.
Yeah,
So
but yeah.
yeah, before
That's
that,
yung question.
yeah, before that, so what kind of businesses we're gonna talk about the boba craze? The trends and here and there. What got you into the business? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I got into the boba business because I actually like drinking boba. My family enjoys it. I have two daughters of my own. My girl has 3 daughters of hers. So we got a big family that all drinks it. And one of the things is it's getting kind of expensive, right? So I started learning how to make it, and then I
You
started.
make it?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
at home for the
I
girls,
know,
for parties
right?
and stuff
It's
like that.
interesting.
Yeah, I have to. I teach people how to make it in new stores and stuff. But I started to go around to the different shops,
Yeah.
trying out their different bobas and stuff like that, and liking the different mixtures and plays that they have on each drinks that they serve. But then I started noticing that a lot of the mom and pop shops started closing. The large chains started to take over, right? And now you don't have as many mom and pop shops.
Yeah. So they're
And
not able to sustain their business.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
not. They have problems with the cost, right? They don't have warehouses and places where they can buy in bulk and store it. So the price fluctuations, they have to pay everything at retail, whereas
Right. So the raw materials, meaning they
Right.
couldn't get it wholesale.
Correct.
It was all like retail.
it's all
Right.
retail,
And so their
it's
markup was like
exactly
small.
not that much. Okay.
exactly.
Makes
Whereas
sense.
the franchises have distributors, they have products that they bring in from
Yeah.
overseas, and they can hold
Right.
it until they need it.
Right.
So it made it a lot less competitive
Yeah.
for the mom and pops. So the mom and pops started to close down, and to be honest, those are some of the best boba shops. I mean, the
Yeah.
retailer are the
Big names.
big name brand stores. They're good, but they're more of bottom line. They're less of the flavor and making it right, and you
Yeah.
know what I mean. They're just mass producing.
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
Mid-grade quality and
Not so
flavor.
fresh.
Yeah, they want to
Yeah.
they want to make money.
Yes,
and it
of
makes
course.
sense. I mean, I get it, but for the mom and pops, the only way they can compete, and that I felt that they compete, is that they needed another option to get their products. So that's why I joined the business and started to go overseas and actually bring products in from Taiwan to make it cheaper on them to buy.
So technically, you're a
Interesting.
supplier and manufacturer as well. So how do you call yourself in the boba business? Where should you label, or how should we label you, or how do you label yourself, for that matter?
I don't really put labels on myself, but I would say wholesaler, distributor, but I also do retail too. So I sell a lot to families that make their own bobas at home.
Oh, really? It sounds.
Yeah, so we teach people how to make it. So if you have a drink or something in mind that you want to learn how to do, we will show you how to make it, get you all the ingredients, and honestly, like for $30 or $40, you have enough
I love, yeah.
for your whole family for a month.
Right. Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
we're talking 50, 60 drinks for
Yeah.
$30.
Wow.
And it seems complicated, but it's really not. You can make all those drinks in maybe 10, 15 minutes.
So
see.
your boba is the hard one. You have
So-
to cook it.
You do have to cook it. We do have products that they call magic boba that's already prepared, made, that you just scoop in, keep refrigerated.
Right.
Then we have the different flavor poppings and
Oh, the poppings, yeah.
the different jellies,
Yeah.
the aloe vera, and other toppings that you
The
add to your
puddings.
drink. Yeah, we have all that. The cream foam on top, and pretty much everything you need. Well, we have everything you need to
Yeah.
either open up a business or do it from your house. And we also work with a lot of fundraisers
Ah,
and people that do parties.
Okay. Like bulk maybe, or like if they have like a food truck maybe.
Yeah,
and
smaller.
they would
Like I do have a couple of food truck people. I do have a couple of people that only do I don't really want to call them festivals, but like the San Gennaro Festival and other
Booths,
things like booths, yeah,
Supply
like
them,
the
yeah.
626 and
Yeah.
other locations
Oh.
where they go around and travel
Yeah.
to those different things up and down California,
Right.
throughout Nevada, and they'll
Festivals.
festivals, and
Right.
they'll
But from what I've learned, you have been in the business not very long ago, right? You
I got in the business in about 2 years ago.
okay.
Yeah, and mostly I was selling other products, other people's products that was people were already shipping in from Taiwan to here, and then I found that with the markup and everything, I can't really do my customers justice. So I figured out and learned how to go to Taiwan directly. Got all the licensing,
Right.
got all the training that I needed. So now I can actually import on my own.
Oh wow! See,
Yeah.
so to answer your not the question about the safety, but
Yeah.
you had Mia had brought up a topic like, before you get into the business, try making the boba on your own first, right? That
Yeah.
would be the cheapest way, is to concoct something out of your own flavor, because when you go out there, how much is a boba cost? Like what, five,
$5
six,
to
seven
$7.
Yeah.
dollars?
Yeah, $5 to
Like
$7.
the smallest one.
Yeah.
It could go up to like 9, 10 for the large one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus the added whatever it is, the mix-ins or added flavor.
Just like buying coffee.
Right.
Yes, that's true. So it's
But yeah, if
boba
you get
has
it
gone
from,
up.
if you buy the products from me directly, even at our retail cost, it'll run you less than 50 cents to make a drink.
Oh wow.
Wow, see? So
And
that's
if you're-
something to
Yeah,
to
if you're
look
buying
into.
wholesale, it's about 20 to 30 cents to produce one of those drinks that they sell you
Wow.
for $5 to $7.
How do you sell retail? You have a website that they can order?
No, right now we don't have the website up yet. We're having somebody build that. Most people find us on Yelp or Google, and then they just they come to our shop. They look around. Some are a little nervous. We just,
Where is your shop?
it's off of Pine Street. It's actually 6405 Pine Street, Suite 150, right?
I think we have a poster, right?
Yeah.
Does that have your
It does.
address? Maybe our studio director can post that on for our viewers to show in a little bit. Yeah, so imagine that. Imagine the cost.
Savings.
The cost just alone. I mean, that's not with your operating costs, like your electricity, your internet, and your office space. That's not including that, of course. But you can actually purchase wholesale from you and just turn it into boba itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so my cost is fixed into the price already. Right. So that, regardless of where you go, you're not going to find it a better product at a cheaper price. This is just not going to happen.
Right.
And that's even if you go retail from us. Wholesale is a whole nother ballgame. We are way cheaper.
Yeah.
It costs, so even to go through one of my competitors, shipping alone for one pallet is about $350 to $500 to get here. That's
Wow.
before you even pay for anything.
Wow. So talking about competitors, so what you have a lot of competitors here in Vegas or nationally?
Nationally.
In the whole US, right?
Yes.
So price wise, like locally here, do you have any competitors locally here?
Not really, no.
Okay.
No.
So if you don't have any, then he would be the go-to person for someone who's looking into putting up a business. We'll talk about the details in like
Yeah.
what type of business and then safety next, right? But what makes you different from your other suppliers?
So the main difference between me and the other suppliers is I'm not as big as they are, so I can spend time with you, and this is what I've done with many shops is I help them grow their business. I get them from concept to actually helping them get a location, going through the engineering diagram because that's my background, and getting them through the whole house or Nevada house system to get them all their
That's
proper
interesting.
paperwork.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Plus, I can get them all the equipment and products that they need.
So you're also like a consultancy at the same time, like one-stop shop and getting you, or are you selling your franchise or?
No franchising.
Okay.
I get them up and going. So I've done several, and it ranges in price between a couple grand to.
And you teach them, right? You
Yeah.
teach them how to make the boba
Yeah,
itself.
we'll spend a couple days with you, with their equipment, on site, making drinks.
And then you can even coach them as to what type of equipment to purchase.
Correct. And we even engineer it and design it and everything they need for their for going to the Hop District
There
to
you
get all
go,
their
Mia.
paperwork and everything.
Yeah, and then even the not the boba maker itself, but like the one that wraps the boba.
Yeah, we have all the
sealer
sealing
and
machines,
everything.
the shakers. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about that then. So the sealing machine is not part of the boba making process, right?
No,
Correct, it's
just
not.
packaging.
The boba actually, because sometimes when you have boba and you won't be able to tell, or I would say if you're really a boba fan or
if you don't know how
yeah.
to put the straw.
No, the boba itself, meaning it like sometimes it's fresh, sometimes it's not. How would you be?
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's,
it's like hard.
If
Yeah.
if it's hard and not
It's old.
chewy, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Boba shouldn't last you or shouldn't be sitting more than 4 hours
Cooked.
cooked. Yes.
So how do you make the boba?
So
Is it already like what you sell is like it's
so boba takes an hour to make.
okay?
Oh.
Boba takes a long time. You have to boil it for 30 minutes
In
and
just water.
hot water, yes. And the water has to be boiling before you even put the boba pearls in there. Then you drop it in there while it's boiling. Let it boil for 30 minutes, stirring every 5 minutes or so. You do that for 30 minutes, and then you remove the heat, cover it, and let it sit for another 30 minutes.
Drain it.
And then drain it.
Yeah.
Yes. And then
Make
after
cool
that,
it
you use
down.
Login honey to sweeten it up, and then it's ready to go. Ready to serve. Just keep it warm for 4 hours, and then if you don't, whatever you don't use, throw it away. It's not gonna. It won't be good anymore.
So 4 hours tops.
Yeah.
So some shops or restaurants have boba like
Yeah.
sitting there overnight.
But most of the
right?
time they have to. They oftentimes they say the boba's not ready.
Yeah.
Because they would have to actually make it, or they have old boba and
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all gooey and
takes
sticky
time.
Yeah.
and it's hard
Yeah,
and it's
hard.
not good. Yeah.
What's interesting is I went to a coffee shop and they served boba inside a pastry. And
I've seen
I was
that.
like, yeah, I was like, ooh,
Really?
that's an
Yeah.
interesting use for boba.
So those boba preserved in a can is no good. Those
the
are like
bottles.
in
To be honest, it's nothing as good as fresh boba.
yeah.
Yeah.
It probably has preservatives
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So yeah, good to know. And then also the sealer. Let's talk about that for the safety. Yun nga,
Yeah.
yung we're
Plus you
talking
have
about.
to- You have to tuck it in, right?
Yeah. Have you
Isn't
had a
that
lot of
like a choking hazard?
experience with lawsuits, or just not you per se, but in the industry, like someone choking with boba and
Right?
I will say I've never heard of it.
No.
Not that it's never happened. This is America. People do sue
Right.
for a bunch of reasons.
They got sued for hot coffee.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was different.
Yeah.
That coffee was really, really hot.
really hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
but
hot.
But I think it's a choking hazard too.
I don't
being
think
that
it'll choke
big.
though, because it's very sticky. Not unless I guess if it's old or
I don't-
Or like if like two
I don't-
stick together.
I don't see how it is unless you are like trying to get all the bobas in one
yeah,
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But even then, I don't know.
Yeah. It's
I've
just-
never had a problem with it.
yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, you think about it though.
It's very like sticky. I mean, that like yung like a capsule,
No, but
Once it gets
sometimes you
wet,
also
it dissolves.
choking through chicharon too.
Oh, that's hard. That's
I
why,
know.
like polvoron and
Yeah.
it's-
But I mean, it'd be no
You know,
different.
chicharon is
Yeah, I do.
angel.
Yes, I do.
So, I think we have a poster coming up here. So let's show it on air here. Boba Supplies. There you go. Tea Drops is the company by Angel Aparicio. Aparicio.
Aparicio.
Aparicio. There you go. So the address is there, 6405. That's your store?
Yes, yes, it is.
6405 Pine Street, Suite 150.
Yep,
And is
just
this
off of
is this a
Sunset.
warehouse?
It is.
Okay.
We got a front office space and then a warehouse in the back.
Oh, okay, very good. So it's off of Sunset, right? Sunset, and what's the main cross streets there?
The main cross streets would be Sunset and Eastern,
Sunset and
by
Eastern.
the
Yeah.
airport.
right by the airport. Yes.
Yeah, so Boba Supplies, yun. They're not retail yet, but sooner or later you're going
No,
to
no,
be-
you can buy.
You
You can
can
come in.
buy.
Oh, you can
retail.
come by retail.
Yeah.
Okay. And or you can also buy bulk. And or consultation from Angel here if you want to open up your own boba store, boba supply. Talking about that. So, Angel, what do you think? So say
Is it profitable?
For
Is
boba?
it a profitable
Oh yes, of
business?
course. Like I was saying or mentioned earlier, it cost about 50 cents to make a drink.
For $5,
That includes the
or
cup,
$4.50.
the straw, everything.
Oh, wow.
Everything.
I thought it was just the boba.
Yeah.
No,
me
no,
too.
it's everything. It's
Wow.
50
So
cents.
operating costs
Yeah.
and raw materials. Yeah.
And it runs you, I mean, there's a 10x on it, so
Wow.
50 cents to buy, $5 to sell. So, yeah, and they sell. It makes money, and it's definitely good for, like I said, the different little festivals, the fundraiser things that happen.
So
It's
the main problem with the other retailers before, the boba shops, the mom and pop boba shops, was that they did not have the right distributors. So
Yeah,
they were buying retail,
expensive.
and
Right.
so they did not have much of a markup with their competitors, and so it would always, they would
Fold.
always get, they would fold, or they would get defeated by, their rent and
Right.
their operating costs and everything.
yeah, it eats them up. Plus, shipping cost increased almost 4 or
With
5 fold.
inflation and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
especially over this last
Yeah.
few years with gas prices being up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shipping costs for me when I was getting pallets initially was around $150. Now it's closer to $500 to
Yeah.
get one pallet
So,
delivered.
so for example, I want to open up a small boba shop, like you were thinking, like a drive-through, right? What would be the best way to start it? I mean, I can grow it into a permanent store, or kiosk, or whatever. I mean, what would you suggest? Like, let's say I would, like, based on your customer profile, right?
So-
like the way you distribute your
Correct.
stores, what are they doing when they? I mean, you see it, like,
So what I found, and what a lot of people start off on, when they don't want to commit a couple $100,000 to opening up a storefront or buying somebody else's storefront that had recently closed, right? What I find is that a lot of them will set up shop and get the things that they need to go and do the different festivals. They'll do that. They'll do different events for parties and stuff like that. So they'll start off small. They'll
they,
get
they'll
some
do food truck or
similar
like
to food
kiosk?
truck. Yeah.
Wow.
And then from there, once they find their niche and they find their drinks that they actually like to make
Yeah.
and that they're really good at, then they'll turn around and start looking for a storefront. And it's normally in that order because
Right.
the initial investment isn't
That big.
that overwhelming,
Yeah.
right? And they can quit any time, but it's real quick money for very little investment, very little risk, a lot of reward.
Especially
Yeah.
during the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like summer, you can just go to any one of those farmer markets,
Yeah.
pop up real quick for a day or two,
Yeah.
and over the weekend make a couple grand,
Right.
and then do that,
Maybe
build
I'll
your
do
capital.
that.
Yeah, most especially like if you were in, say, get a kiosk by downtown Summerlin, or I'm sure there's a lot of other boba shops there, but
Right.
you do it like not every day, or every weekend.
So
Farmers
speaking
market.
of downtown Summerlin, that BOBA, that little silver truck that's out there, right? In that
It's a food
Macy's.
truck.
It's looks like a little
Oh,
food
I
truck.
think that's in downtown
Downtown
Summerlin. I've
Summerlin.
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
supply
it's-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, see,
And
good. Good.
Yeah.
They came to me before they got started, and that they're there now.
Mm.
And I believe the first weekend that they opened, they made $10,000 in sales.
Yeah, because it's a
Wow.
good location. It's
Yeah.
by the center.
Yeah.
and it's just a small,
And it's like upscale downtown Summerlin shops and all that.
and a lot of kids.
I don't know
love
how the-
Yeah,
boba.
and they're always busy.
Yeah, I don't know how the prices are, but
The
even
prices
if,
are reasonable.
reasonable,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like $5, $5 for a regular, $7 for the large.
right. So you yeah.
It
People who
depends
shop
on the
there would
location,
probably
yeah.
don't have to go anywhere because there's boba. I don't know if there are other boba shops in there.
They're I think Happy Lemon is about to open up in there.
Interesting.
Very good, very good. So you have any more other questions, Mia?
I-
So do you want to open up your own?
I want to, yes. What's the market for it? Is it more Asians, more Americans?
It used to be
Right?
Asian
Yeah.
dominated, right? I would say it's starting to go into all the other races, I guess you can say. Yeah, like just the other day, I went to a Filipino wedding.
Oh yeah,
And
we love boba.
They had a
It's not
boba.
sago anymore.
It's not Sagay naman, it's boba.
It's boba. They had a boba vendor there actually
Uh-huh.
passing out drinks.
Oh wow.
No.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool talking to them.
Wow. So boba craze has been
Boba
like
craze, it's
the
crazy.
It's
the
taken off.
trending, the
Yes.
trending boba business. You know, you could to our viewers, you know,
Dati
for a
taho lang.
fraction. Oh
We
yeah,
only had it in Taho.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it used to be taho. We call it taho.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah,
little
yeah.
breakfast thing.
And then sago is the bigger one, right? Taho is
It's the same.
more. That's the
It's
same.
boba.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
taho is the.
The whole is a breakfast, white
Yeah, with the-
looking
Taho is
With
the
the
tofu.
boba, right?
Taho
Yeah.
is the tofu.
tofu,
Yeah,
with
the
the,
taho
is
the
the
brown
tofu.
sugar on top or
But
something.
you have it. We have it with the boba too.
No.
We do.
That's all I want.
When I went to the
Tapioca.
Philippines, they did not.
Tapioca, sago.
No, we do.
Yeah.
I went to Cebu. I didn't see none of that.
I
Yeah.
know it's different.
Yeah, it's actually they have it in like a they carry it around with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, with the big metal container
Yeah,
and the
metal
scooper.
container, the scooper, and then
with the tin.
yeah,
Yeah.
But they have the vanilla flavor,
And
right?
the sago. I
And the
swear
sago.
they have
Yes,
sago.
no, they
Yeah.
do have it. But do they have it here at the local Filipino?
They do.
They call it sago. Sago gulaman, right? No, not sago
they're
gulaman.
taho
No.
also.
Taho. Yeah, taho.
Where do they sell that out here?
Seafood
Seafood City?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Seafood
Seafood
City.
City.
Oh, they
have it,
do?
yeah.
No, Island Pacific.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe a boba with that kind of flavor that brings you back in the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
you know, yung parang vanilla flavor boba that's similar to boba. Like it's going to be a modern classic fusion,
Yeah, you have
something
to
like
have
that.
a great
That's a good,
idea
good idea.
to stand out.
So start with your friends maybe, right? I mean, that's probably how you started, you know, make it for your family.
Yeah, make it for your
Right.
family.
Parties.
Start doing it for the kids' parties.
Yeah, have him
But that's
try
a good
it out.
what you said about fundraising.
Yeah, it's definitely
That's
good
a
for fundraising.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay, and so my last question, if you don't have any more questions, my last question to Angel would be, how do you envision your company long term, short term? I'll keep it short. So long term, and then short term. Let's go with long term. How would you envision the boba business to, you know, in your let's say, how do you say it? You forecast the boba business to be, anticipate the boba business to probably like grow double in the next few years or
The
long term.
longevity.
Oh, okay, so I see what you're saying. So for the overall boba craze, right? I foresee it growing quite a bit more. You're starting to see different boba mixtures and drinks landing in some of the bigger franchises like McDonald's and Jack in the Box
Oh yeah,
and
that's
other
true.
stuff.
Yeah.
Right, and they're actually making it harder for us to get our products because they're buying the products.
Yeah.
Right, so like for mostly everything, right, there's only one or two people that actually build everything or that you could buy it from, and then you just wait your turn for your stuff to get made,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. Right, with the McDonald's and the other places getting
Yeah.
involved, what used to take 4 weeks to get your product is now taking 8 weeks to get your product because they're
Large
jumping in
chain,
it.
yeah.
Taking into
Yeah, so-
they're consuming the whole supply of
Correct.
the supply chain.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're trying to ramp up to meet the demand.
Okay. So
But in the meantime, we have to put orders way in advance and
Yes.
get more on that order
Yes.
to make sure you can last until
Yeah.
the next one can come. So I see it, the growth continuing to grow as more and more people start to drink
Yeah.
it and realize what it is. Because like you said before, it was mostly just
Yeah.
an Asian thing, but
Yeah.
now everybody knows what boba is.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I believe it will continue to go in that way.
Yeah. Short, long, or short.
Long or
term.
short, it's going to
Yeah.
keep growing.
Because people are just going to be more creative, different flavors,
Right.
and just like how Starbucks got
Developing,
into
yeah.
dragon fruit now.
Correct, correct.
It's like just a mixture. It used to be just passion fruit. Now there's dragon fruit and other, flavors of tea. So
Right, and-
what I would add to that is to our viewers actually, support the local mom and pop
Agreed.
stores. Always
Agreed.
support your local manufacturers, local retail stores rather than going large, and that's what we always try to support the smaller businesses here at Buhay Bahayan, and that's why we're called that. So, and then especially you mentioned charity, local charities and stuff. We're a big supporter of local charity and even the national charities. So very good. All right. Are we at that peak of our time already? Are you ready for your joke time? You have your joke? You're coming up first, Mr. Angel Aparicio.
Yes, I do have my joke.
Okay, there you go. Go for it.
All right. Why does Snoop Dogg use an umbrella?
Snoop
Why
Dogg,
does Snoop Dogg? Who is Snoop Dogg?
singer?
He's the rapper,
Or the rapper.
not a singer.
Sorry.
Use an umbrella?
Yes.
Why?
For drizzle.
Oh, for drizzle. For shizzle. For shizzle.
There you go.
For shizzle. Sorry, Mia is
She doesn't get it.
yeah, no, she's a baby boomer, so
Oh, okay.
Drizzle.
shizzle. Okay, your turn, Mia.
My
You're
turn.
up next.
What kind of shoes does a lazy person wear?
Slippers. No, I don't know.
Slippers?
Does a lazy person
Does a lazy
wear?
person wear? I don't know. Flip flops?
That'd be slippers. Yeah, I don't know.
See that? Loafers.
No. I don't know. I don't understand it. Okay, my final joke. Here. All right, let me tell you my joke. Why did the baker become a thief? Why did the baker become a thief?
Because
like
a
my
baker's
hamburger attire here. I'm a thief.
the baker's dozen isn't enough. No.
Oh, pretty close,
Close.
but no, not that close.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ah,
Why?
he needed some dough.
Yeah, that was close. That was not close at all.
Not even.
I like that
even
pork
11
chop joke
pieces.
though. All right. We've come to our end here. Thank you for watching Buhay Bahayan, ladies and gentlemen. Watch us on Facebook and almost everywhere, right? I've said that in the first part already. To BOBA Supplies, look at our BOBA Supplies.
Teacher.
Contact Angel Aparicio for BOBA Supplies, ladies and gentlemen. To our viewers there, if you wanna open up your small boba shop business, contact Angel, okay? Phone number and the address is on there. Visit his shop. Thank you and see you again next time, Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Buhay Bayan. Thank you, PHLV.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a wrap.
Thank you.